Hello YouTube friends. Made some good progress on the car, and what I have now, well, I still haven't got it in there yet, but I made ducting for a front mounted radiator. This is not a replacement for my rear radiator. My rear radiator, actually I'm working on this today. This is my rear radiator. This one is not a replacement for that one. This one is a supplemental. This one is to have coolant that goes to an oil cooler, so I have cooler oil temperatures. But it is open there and comes out there, and I'll put the radiator in there. But you can see here I have a NACA duct which goes to my air intake. So I don't know if you can, yeah, you can see that. I'll take the hood off now and you can see what's going on underneath there. Yep. So my air intake goes there. I haven't got clamps or anything on it yet because obviously I'm not at the point of actually bolting this together permanently. I'm really excited with how that looks. I made the whole thing out of aluminum, but now I'm thinking if I just made it out of that foam, like the whole thing out of that foam, carved it all perfectly and beautifully, and then just made a fiberglass version of it, it might weigh a little less and look a little better, but whatever. We'll see how the winter goes. Maybe I'll end up doing that later. But anyways, so that is that's in there like so. Pretty happy with that. And I've started making mounts for this whole rear bodywork. I gotta have something here to hold it up. I bought these clamps, these aluminum clamps that clamp onto the frame, and I bolted aluminum. I have this aluminum structure that I welded up, so that is bolted in both sides, and it goes right here. It's this piece that goes here, but it is not strong enough. This, you can see, is a little too floppy still. I'm a little concerned about that because the spoiler in the back pushes down on this with some pretty good force. So I need to reinforce that more. But I have nothing here to weld to. So what I did was I welded mounts to the radiator. The radiator is very well mounted, so I welded up some mounts to the rad, and now I have something to actually bolt to. So I will be, strangely enough, bolting a structure to the radiator. So hopefully it's not so much that it lands up cracking my rad, but okay, I'm about to do some TIG welding on the rear frame structure. So I can't drag this all over to the table to weld, so I had to drag my welder over here, but you can see what I have going on here. This structure, it bolts to the radiator in several places, and I may even tie it into this framework here, but it does hold up the back of the car, like the rear bodywork, and it weighs nothing, so I think that's going to work out really good. All right, the rear structure is in. I gave it a quick splash of paint. You can see my new oil filter mount right there. And this is strong. I weigh about 190 pounds and I can sit on this and it doesn't flex. So I'll take that as a win. Yep, real happy with that. It took quite a while, but I managed to replace the silicone hose. My lower radiator hose, I managed to replace it with an aluminum one that's all bent. It took quite a while to get that all bent up and going. You can see it running all the way into the motor. But yep, one more thing done. While I was under here, I did all my welding of all this stuff that I missed before. So yep, it's getting there. my safety stands, insisted upon by my wife. Yep. Yeah, so this is all, it's all looking really good. Okay, everybody, I think I'm going to call that for the week. It's the end of Friday now, and yeah, I've done about all I'm going to do this week. I can't remember what I have all videotaped to show you already, but today was just little stuff. I got my fuel filler in there. You can see that from this side there. You can see my fuel filler. And I dropped the car on the ground for the first time in a very long time. And I don't know why, but it seems like it's lower than before. I have no idea why. Yeah, this is gonna look really good when I get that done. And I'm pretty sure I showed you my NACA duct in there for my air intake. And oh, I ran aluminum pipes for my coolant hoses. These are my two coolant hoses. I'm going to be insulating this one a little bit so that it's not right up against the fuel cell. I don't want the fuel getting warm as a result of that going by there. So I will make that. I will insulate that. But yeah, she's looking really good. So that's it for this week, and I'll see all of you next week.